Y'all, look how good my coleus looks since I moved it here to this spot. It gets morning sun and afternoon pretty much a little bit of shade. It's not in the extreme hot sun in the afternoon, but isn't it looking pretty? And I broke it off several times to start more runners or more flowers. See right there? I've got 3 or 4 cuttings right there that are rooted and they're starting to grow. And my caladiums are looking good. The ones in the little pot are kind of small, but the ones in this big pot are doing real good. Look there. I put one of the bad tomatoes down in the pot. I'm going to leave it there. It'll give me volunteer Roma tomato plants next year. And I did there too. I come out here earlier and there was ants on my eggplants, so I had to spray them a little bit. I'm trying not to spray too much right now because we're expecting maybe the possibility of rain the next couple of days. So, you know, the rain will wash the poison off if I spray them now, or the pepper spray. So I really didn't want to spray them right now. And look at there, got me an eggplant. Where is it? Right there. I'm just doing all I can do to keep my plants alive right now in this heat. You know, with being restricted on watering. There's another eggplant. One there, or 2 of them there. Tomato plant out there between the trees. And my hosta right there. I figured as soon as it got over the shock of being in the pot, it would start growing and looking good. And it looks like it's starting to grow a little bit. I had to put sticks around in there to keep Lucky out of it, or he'll get in the pot and lay down and kill all the plants. I haven't seen eggplants on these yet, but they've tried to put out flowers and then it started getting so hot they haven't done much. Got a little cluster of tomatoes there and more up here. I picked all I could find the other day. And this is starting to come back since I moved it here. The sun was burning it up. Around on the other side of the house, you can see all these dead pieces. But since I moved it here, it's growing back up from the roots. So hopefully it'll survive now. These are my ground cherries. And I planted them one year. And ever since I planted them that one year, they've come up from they come up voluntarily from seed. They're really good if you can catch them when they're on there, when they're ripe. Because see, just like these here, they fall off. That's when they're ripe. When they fall off of the plant. Let's see if I can open this and show you what's inside. See the little cherry inside? That's what you eat. And right now, since it fell to the ground, it's ripe and it's real sweet. It's really good to eat right now. That's good. And there's a couple more down in here. You have to find them right after they fall, before the bugs get in them. If I can pick them up. I'm trying to hold the camera and do that too, but there's 5 of them. I had a bunch down in here the other day and I picked them up and I ate them, I think. But see, they fall over here too, on the ground. They fall off when they ripen, or usually when they ripen. They're not very big because it's been so hot on them. Even the ground cherries don't produce much. When it cools off, they will. Got more tomatoes here. Those look like the celebrity or beefsteak. My cannon is growing real well that the lady across the street gave me. You know, I told you her mom came down for a week or so, and she gave me the cannon and the cactus so I could root it. And of course, I gave her a couple of plants. I gave her a cutting off of my coleus here. I don't think it was this one. I think it was the green one. But look at this. I got tomato plants hanging down over here. They need to be back up here. So I got green tomatoes, look. Another big one there. Yeah, I planted them here so they grow up the arch. But they've done everything but grow up the arch. They want to go on the ground and everywhere else. Peppers. That must be going to be a red one. It's starting to change colors. There's more down here. Another one there. And I got okra. The only problem is I don't get enough okra at one time to really do a lot with. Maybe to put in a pot with some, you know, a small pot of soup or something. And I've had to spray them because the ants were getting on the plant. Yeah, I could cut those two off and put them in some soup or something, I guess. Ain't that right, little buddy? And look at these peppers. I got orange peppers, red peppers, green peppers. But they're in the sun, the hot sun during the day. And see what the sun's been doing? It's been burning them up. Next year, I'm not putting them here. I'm going to put them over in the partial shade. I'm going to move the whole green stalk. There's a green one that looks good. Some up here that looks pretty good. Some more green ones. They like the sun, but you got to keep water to them, and it's been real hard to keep water to them. But yeah, I'm going to move it over there, somewhere close to where the compost pile is, or somewhere back over in that vicinity to give it shade in the afternoon. Because here it's in the shade in the morning. I mean, it's in the sun in the morning, and it's in the scalding hot sun in the afternoon, all afternoon. And it tries to burn my peppers up. So that's the plan. I'm going to move it. I probably ought to move it now, but I don't know if I can move it now without breaking the plants up. My poor peas are just, they gave in to the heat. Even though I tried to keep them watered, they give up. I still got some green tomatoes here. Decent sized ones. I think they're Romas. I got some Hungarian peppers still. Even after I picked all of them and made that pepper spray with them. But my poor tomatoes, they're hanging on, but you know, they're not producing much right now because of the heat. The peppers are doing okay. What plants I've got. You know, I pulled all my carrots. And I got tomatoes left in there. And see what the heat's doing to my Casper white eggplant? It's turning them yellow. The sun is just cooking them. There's the house behind me. Yeah, and I got a tree cabbage or collard left growing. I've got a few pepper plants out here with my tomatoes that are surviving. The Hungarian hot peppers. Whoa. And there's my sweet potatoes. They're starting to grow. I don't know if they'll do anything as late in the season as it is. And there's my tree collard cuttings that are growing. Now, see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Yeah, I knew all of them wouldn't survive, but I knew a couple of them would. And I got a couple over on the other side of the house that's in buckets, you know, that I cut a couple of the cuttings and put them in buckets. And I got a few of them that are surviving too. My okra here, I've just decided to leave these big ones to go to seed because they're so tough. And the bugs have been eating on them. And I've sprayed them, and look. There's ants all over it. That's what ants do to okra. They need to be sprayed again. But if it rains, you know, it's not going to do any good to spray them right now. I got one cabbage left over there. What? Huh? And look at that wandering Jew. It's just growing like crazy, y'all. Look at that. I'm so proud of that. That subscriber sent me that wandering Jew, and every piece of it rooted and lived. You're just fussing, little Lucky. You're just walking around fussing, that's all. Here comes little buddy. I got a ton of walking onions. I got more to plant. And I got some tomatoes there that needs to be picked. Look at this. It's a small one, but hey, it's a tomato. Look at that. It's a little one, a salad tomato. Ain't that right, little buddy? Huh? And there's Lucky. Not far behind. I got to put some compost tea to these. Look how long and lanky they're getting. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. If I try to cut them off, I found it usually kills the plant. Because they're meant to grow like that. It's another tomato. Got 3 good-sized tomatoes. And I still got a bunch of cherry tomatoes down there. Grape tomatoes. And I come out here and picked up the other day. And you know, I made that whole quart of salsa with it. I mean, not salsa, but sauce. Pasta sauce with it. More up here. More tomatoes. See, they're still producing tomatoes, y'all. There's a big one back there. It's not completely ripe yet. But the trick is keeping them watered. That looks like an onion. I pulled up that is an onion. Put that down. And I got an onion here. No, I thought it was the top. That's an onion right there. Let's see if I can get it up. I thought I got all my onions out of here, but I didn't. Look at that. There's another red onion, and there's one here behind it. Look at there. So I just got me a little white onion. I should have left it, I guess, and let it grow. That's an onion there. But I don't know if it's a... I'll leave it and let it grow and see what it is. But yeah, I've got 3 onions here. And I've got 3 tomatoes. I think I had some ants on them. I'll put them down here. Maybe the ants won't get on them. But you know, I had this whole tub full of not green onions. It was full of the red onions. And I come out here and harvested them. And then I come out here one day and there was a big one popping up out of the dirt right there. And I pulled it. And I didn't see the 2 back over here that I just got up. There's another one. I don't know if I can get it, y'all. Look at there. It's another red onion. Got it from back there. Put it down there with the rest of them. Yeah, so that's probably a red onion right there, too. It's just not above the ground yet. I mean, it's not bulbed up above the ground yet. But I will come back and check on it later. There's my strawberries. I'm surely keeping them watered, but you know, all this other stuff has pretty much died off except my tomatoes. Tomatoes there. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pick these and put them over here, and I'll come back with something to put them in and take them to the house. But look at all the little tomatoes. See, that's why I encourage everybody, if you got little tomatoes like this, don't let them go to waste. If you can pick enough of them at one time to at least cook a quart jar of pasta sauce, it's well worth doing it. Most of this is dying off except the tomatoes, see? And they're blooming. They're going to put out tomatoes. They're grape tomatoes. And there's my other strawberry patch. Look at little buddy. You're something else, little buddy. Yeah. And I gotta burn that stuff pretty soon. This might be a good time to do it before it, you know, it's expected to rain. Ain't that right, little buddy? Could come out here and roast some marshmallows. And there comes Lucky. You gonna get up on the other rock? Little buddy's on one and you're on the other one. Let me see if I can get them both together. There they go. Lucky's on one rock, little buddy's on the other. Just walking around the garden with me. Y'all are silly babies, but I love both of you to death. I don't know how little buddy would take to having a collar on him. I don't think he's ever had one on him. He used to be pretty much an inside cat, I think. He don't want to go inside now. I can open the door and he'll go there and he'll look inside and he don't attempt to even go in. He don't want to go in. He said, I'd rather be outside. Pretty fur babies. Pretty fur. Ain't that right, Lucky? Huh? Ain't that right, kitty kitty? He says, I guess if you say so. You like that cool rock? Is it cool on your belly? Look how he's got his back feet hanging off of the rock. So he's got his belly right on that rock. That flat rock at the top, cooling his belly off. That's funny. You're a funny kitty, little buddy. You are. You're a funny kitty. You're a funny kitty. And you're going to meow because I'm not paying attention to you? Huh? You going to meow, Lucky, because I'm not paying attention to you? Little buddy says, I don't care. I know you love me. He says, I know you love me. Oh, I want to show you. I picked the 2 watermelons because the bugs were getting after it. And I know what they did to the pumpkins, you know. I kept waiting because I wasn't sure if they were ripe yet. And then when I finally decided to go pick one, the bugs had already gotten into it. Well, here's the 2 watermelon. They didn't get into it, but you can see where they started around the outside of it. And on here, they tell me when the underside starts turning like that they're ripe. But you can see where the bugs did start. And there was one of those black bugs under there when I picked it up and picked it. But they didn't get inside yet, so that's good. So yeah, I haven't cut them yet. I don't know if they're ripe or not. We'll see. What? Huh? What? What, little Lucky? What? Huh? What? You gonna talk to me? You gonna talk to me? It's like he scratches on these rugs when I'm talking to him. It's almost like he says, I'm gonna show you my strength. I got brute strength. Yeah. You gonna show me your brute strength? Huh? Yeah. Look at little buddy. Cooling that belly off. That is so funny. He just got up there on that table. He just got on the table. And look at this one. His favorite place when I'm back here is up on the top step. Are you happy now? You're on the top step, huh? Are you happy now you're on the top step? Yeah. Are you happy now? You're on the top shelf, the step. You've been in the grass because you got fuzzy stickers on you. Yeah, I'll have to brush you to get them stickers off of you. They're old soft stickers, but they do stick to them when they go through the grass. Yeah. You gonna talk to me? Huh? You gonna talk to me? He says, now when you're close to me, I'm not gonna meow. Now that I'm close to him, he's not gonna meow. Because he knows I'm paying attention to him. Got his legs hung off, just like little buddy. Look at this. I got silly kitties, y'all. Silly kitties. And you see my old dirty mop where I mopped the floor. Oh. You'll stretch out. Keep that belly flat to the table to cool it off. Look at there. He's got his leg. Yeah, see, this eggplant here is not turning yellow. But this one over here is, because it's right out in the open sun in the hot afternoon. It's got a little bit of yellow started on it. This one, oh, if I can reach it. Oh, let me get over there. This one on the other side, it's turning yellow too because it's right in the sun. See it? And that's another one of the white Casper eggplants, but the sun is too hot for it here. And I don't know where I could move this pot. It's too heavy to try to move. And look at here at my cactus, y'all. It's growing another sprout on the pad. You know, I started out with this piece, and my fingers are dirty. I started out with this piece. It rooted and it put out this pad. And now look at it. It's putting out some up here. So it's growing good. I might eventually fill this in with this type of cactus, because I haven't been able to get anything else to hardly live here or produce anything. So I might just put a big giant pot of cactus there. Move that half barrel and put a big barrel like that one over there up here. It'll take up almost the whole space up here. And it was sitting on top of a stump. There was a tree stump right there. I've been waiting for it to rot and go away. So I put a pot on top of it. My bird bath has stopped running, so I'm going to have to work on that one day. I just haven't been in the notion to do it lately. But yeah, I'm proud of that. It's already doubled in size because it put out that whole brand new pad. And now it's putting out more at the top. And that looks like it's putting out several of them. I don't know what that is. I mean, it's a whole bunch of pieces growing there. But I'm proud of that. I like that it rooted for me. And I got Bermuda grass everywhere. I'm probably going to have to eventually one day just let the Bermuda grass take over and just keep it mowed under my rose bushes here. Just let the grass grow. It'll probably keep the ground cooler around the rose bushes. Because, you know, I got them in pots now. And only 2 of them survived out here. I had a whole row all the way to the end of the rock garden. And we had another summer with an extreme drought. And I couldn't keep them watered. And they died. Died from no water. I got to replace that fountain thing in there too. Get my fingers out of the way. And see, I haven't picked my peppers over here yet. I got to come up with a recipe for all these peppers, or either freeze them, because I don't want to lose them. And I'm got more eggplant coming there. See that purple flower? That's the eggplant. It will be an eggplant. Sure will. Got a white one there. And I think this is a white one too. A Casper white. I think all of those are Casper white eggplants. But they don't like that hot sun. Not too many plants like this Texas hot sun. Not unless they've got an extreme amount of water. And there's my other aloe vera. One of my subscribers commented that I had such a pretty big aloe vera up here on this table. Here where little buddy is. Well, that's the mother plant. I usually divide up the baby plant. See all these little ones coming up inside? There's a little one right there. Usually it starts getting so thick I have to take it out of the pot and divide them up. And I came up with this pot and the one around on the other side of the house. You know, I got one around here. So I got 3 that are big like that now. That one there. And see, it's already got pups coming up. This one and that one down in there. That'll have to end up being separated. I had it up here on the table, but Little Buddy and Lucky kept getting up there and they were breaking the limbs off of it. So I decided to put it out here. And all this stuff out here needs water desperately. My rose bushes, my mums, my lilies. So I'm just hoping like crazy it's going to rain sometime tonight, tomorrow, and the next day. But it's only like 50-60% chance Sunday with about a 50% chance tomorrow. So your guess is as good as mine if it rains or not. It might do like it did yesterday. You know, we had a 51% yesterday, 51% chance of rain yesterday. And about the time that it was 51%, the wind started blowing quite a bit. And all of a sudden, I heard drops falling, big drops. And I could see them dropping in the air. But that's all it was a few drops. And I got a hummingbird back over here. There's a red bird at the feeder out there. Oh, there was 2 of them. Maybe they'll come back. But I got a red bird back there. A cardinal at the feeder. I cleaned the feeders out today because they had ants in them. I washed them out and put fresh seed in them. In case it rained, I didn't fill them up. Because, you know, once that seed gets wet, it's basically no good. Because if it sits there for a day or 2 damp, it sprouts. And when it sprouts, the birds won't touch it. That was a hummingbird, 2 of them. Oh, I gotta sit down. Acting like bomber planes. Just zoomed by. You might have heard them and didn't see them. There's one. See him? They're not afraid of the cats. There he is. They're always on the opposite side of the feeders. Lucky just hanging out. Lucky and Little Buddy just hanging out. Come on, hummingbirds. I want to see y'all. And I hated that AC came on, that compressor come on. It makes so much racket. I would cut the watermelon, but I am so stuffed right now I couldn't eat them if I cut them, so I'll leave them for maybe tomorrow or the next day. But at least I got them cut, pulled, picked, and they're on the table. They're not out there in the garden where the bugs will get to them. Hopefully. And I could take them in the house, I guess, put them in the refrigerator. I think I could get them in the vegetable bin. Well, I don't want to make this video so long, and the hummingbirds just don't want to cooperate. They don't cooperate like Little Buddy and Lucky. Yeah, they don't cooperate like they do. You moved off your top step. Yeah, you moved off your top step. Yeah, you moved off your top step. Yeah, you did. Yeah. You got stuff on your eye. Yeah. You got stuff on your eyeball. Not your eyeball, but on the outside of your eye. What? You want to be petted? Is that what it is? Huh? I know you're not hungry. You were fed your dinner and then you had treats on top of it. Yeah, you're not hungry. You just want attention. You just want attention. Yeah. What? Huh? Where are you going? What? What you fussing about? Huh? What you fussing about? You got fuzzies on your back and on your head? Yeah, you do. You got fuzzies. What? What? Huh? Hmm? Little buddy said, well, that's what I think of the whole situation. I'm just laying here relaxing. What? You between my legs. Come out from in there. Come out from in there. What? What you fussing about? Huh? What you fussing about? Felt like I had an ant on my foot. What were you fussing about? Huh? What were you fussing about? He said nothing. Nothing. He was just talking. Ain't that right, little buddy? He was just talking, yeah. He saw me petting little buddy and he's jealous. He's got to come over because he wants to be petted too. Yeah, you want to be petted too. Silly kitty. Silly kitty. I need to go give myself a haircut. Oh, don't scratch on my legs. Lucky just raised up on my legs and dug his claw into the tops of my legs. That didn't feel good. What? What you fussing about? Huh? What you fussing about? Huh? What you fussing about? Now you go behind me, I can't pet you back there. Silly kitty. Well, I don't want to make this video real long, so I'm going to end it. I'm going to go in the house and cool off because I'm sweating like crazy. It's hot out here. It don't look hot because the sun's gone down, but it's hot. I got to go cool off. So we're going to bid you a good evening, me and little buddy and Lucky. Y'all have a blessed night, and we'll see you on the next one. Love y'all.